Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. It's early in the day, so quiet voice. As far as my back's concerned, it's getting better. It's far from right, and so I'm still not properly mobile, and bending still hurts. But the sort of general activities during the day are sort of okay now. But my daughter helped me with watering yesterday. We did all the lower shelves, so that's the bit that would have meant a lot of bending and all that sort of stuff, and that was done pretty quick. The difference between having to fetch a plant, come back to water it, put it down, and then do another one, you know, and then actually put them all back one at a time, having somebody hand me the plants to water and then set them all back on their shelves for me. We got through that at a hell of a rate, but my daughter doesn't take the heat very well, so we sort of concentrated on the lower shelves on the grounds that, you know, the eye level shelves I could do myself anyway. But what she wants to do today is get up early so that we can finish the watering before it gets warm out here. It was a bit uncomfortable working in 28 degrees with the humidity. So all the rest of the pots will get a proper watering today. But one thing I did discover is, you know, the pots have been sprayed with the sprayer quite a few times over this period, because that's all I've been able to do. And when we watered pots yesterday, some of them were bone dry. So although I thought they were getting water, they just weren't getting anywhere near enough. But then it is a pretty pathetic little sprayer at the moment. And also it was difficult with plants near the backs of the shelves, because the spray jet, although aimed at the pot, often caught a leaf on the way and splattered and didn't make it and bounced off of the base of canes and things. So I wasn't really getting at the pots properly. But once I get the sprayer with the lance, obviously I'll have a direct aim. And what we've been doing as we've been going round is most of the pots have had their drip trays taken off. And there's a sea of drip trays at the moment on the top shelves because we haven't done those yet. But the holy clay pots keep their drip trays because a lot of them have got roots that are actually in those trays now. And because they're clay pots, I don't mind them standing in a bit of water because the clay pot will soak that up. It's not like the plant itself is standing in water, which I don't want. So the only little drip trays that are left now are where the base of the pots are very small, and with the large squares on the shelves, they don't stand up properly. Yeah, so the tray is there to support them and make them stand upright. So there are still a few with trays, mostly the smaller ones, smaller pots I mean. But yeah, so you know, during today all the rest of the pots will get a proper soak. But with the weather we're having at the moment, it's just hot in here every single day. So obviously the rate at which they're using that water up is quite dramatic. But hopefully by the next time I need to go round the pots, I should be up and running, because obviously the help won't be there next time round. Yeah, so we're getting there. What else was I going to say? Oh, thanks for all you people who stuck with the May updates. I appreciate that was 4 hours worth of viewing. That's the reason why I tried to spread them out a bit. I thought if I do those one a day, you know, just the repetitiveness of it would probably make people lose interest. Anyway, they're done now, so we won't have anything like that again until the end of the season. It'll just be bits and pieces like normal. Back to normal, as they say. I've changed some plants around because I brought this one up to the front of this shelf so that I can see it better. This is Dendrobium friedrichsianum, and it's put on a good show this year. You know, there's a good number of blooms, and there's still a lot of buds to come yet. So this is a good show this year. You know, very good in fact. I'm just wondering whether I can actually get that to an orchid society or not. Have to wait and see. Got the Malvern show coming up, so as always I'll be thinking of, have I got any plants suitable to go to that. Have to wait and see. I mean, Hercoglossum will be probably virtually finished by then. These won't last long enough, so you know, I'll have to think. You know, it's a matter of what's out at the time. That's the way it works. The only thing I need to sort out is this, because at the moment this is just in a place where I can't see it properly, and I need to appreciate this spike and see these blooms, because when they're gone they probably won't be back for another 10 or 11 months. So but that's not sorted. That's part of doing this top shelf, along with getting wedding bells out, because again that's at the back of the shelf, and the colour match isn't right. This little bit here looks quite nice. Shelob Tolkien's got another spike out in the background there. I'll get that one staked up right, so that there's another one to come here. There's actually 2 spikes at the back, so that's got 4 spikes. So that needs to be staked to be able to view them nicely. And they match in, they work well with the colours I've got in this area. So I'll move the wedding bells, which is yellow, and I've left a space up here. That's going up here, because what was there is now lost its bloom, so that's been put back in its proper place. So the yellow can come over here, and I'll probably move Friedrichianum from there over to somewhere here, so that the 2 nice yellows are together. That'll look nice. Managed to accommodate this giant Dendrobium. I was worried that the name was wrong. It was chrysotoxum, and what I think's happened here is that it's the age-old story. Somebody sets up a sort of authoritative description of a plant, and then everybody else copies bits of it or steals bits of it. So you end up replicating what could be an error. That's the problem. The description of this says small or compact Dendrobium, but I've now done quite a bit of work, and I've seen pictures of this plant the same size as mine, so it can grow to this size. So I'm less worried about the name being wrong, if you see what I mean. I'll just stick with it. And it looks like it's a light related thing. It's if it gets quite bright light up towards intense light in the growing season, the canes stay short and fat. However, if it's quite shaded, it will push for the light and grow longer, thinner canes. So I think that's where the anomaly arises. So I think it's more likely to be some of the descriptions that are lurking that may have underestimated its eventual size, and the name is probably okay, so I'll stick with that for now. Okay, so just a quick video, just an update on things going on. I've got driving day today, so once we've done the watering in here this morning, I'll be up to speed with all the pots having had a really good soak, so that I then don't need to worry about them for at least 3 or 4 days. And then I can come back to them hopefully when I can bend down without too much ouch stuff. I'm getting there, but it's slow progress. But not doing too much during the day that affects the pain is helping it get better. So I'm not quite sure what I'd have done if I hadn't had the help out of here. I'd have probably managed somehow, but there might have been a lot of swear words and things. So yeah, we're getting there, and the grow room will be back to normal soon. And yeah, I'll see you next time.